I've tested every single binary trading platform on the market, and in this video I'm going to tell you why Pocket Option is by far the best one. More specifically, first I'm gonna give you an overview of this platform, then I'm going to log in my account to give you a tour of the backend, and finally I'm gonna tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about Pocket Option. If at any point during this video you also would like to try this binary trading platform, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description, and once you get at the registration page, if you use the promo code FJA144, you're going to receive a 50% bonus on your first deposit. Also, if you are a beginner, I suggest you check out my trading signals in the video description. In fact, those signals are specifically created for Pocket Option, they have a win rate of 90%, and most importantly, they are completely free. So, if you're serious about using the best binary trading platform on the market, I suggest you follow these steps. And now, let's start with the video. So, I'm currently on the home page of Pocket Option, and if we start scrolling down, we can immediately see some interesting number about this platform. Like for example, that the minimum deposit requirement is just $5, the minimum trade amount is $1, so this means that by making the minimum deposit, you're gonna be immediately able to open 5 different trades. You get access to a demo account with $50,000 that you can use to experiment with the platform. You get access to 50 different payment methods that you can use both to withdraw and deposit your money. You have a $0 commission both of deposit and withdrawals, and you can trade more than 100 different assets. If we keep scrolling down, we can also see a few more features that make Pocket Option one of the best binary trading platforms. Like for example, that you can enjoy flexible trading. In fact, there are different types of trades that you can place, and you're able to profit with each one of them. You get access to comprehensive education, so even if you're a complete beginner, you're gonna understand how to use every aspect of Pocket Option. As I told you before, you can trade multiple assets, like for example cryptocurrencies, commodities, or stocks. You get access to a demo account that you can use to practice completely for free. You have access to a lot of different deposit and withdrawal methods. You can enjoy a lot of different perks, like for example participating in free tournaments that reward you with real money, receive regular bonuses, gifts, or also promo code. You can take advantage of cashback, and this will give you the opportunity to trade completely risk-free. And finally, you get access to indicators and signals that can help you increase your overall profitability. So now that I give you a brief overview of Pocket Option, let me log in my account to give you a tour of the backend. I'm inside my Pocket Option account, and don't worry if what you are seeing seems a bit overwhelming, because I'm about to give you a complete tour and explain you exactly how everything works inside this platform. So here in the middle, as you can see, we have the charts. Currently is in the line mode, but if for example you prefer to see the candles, you just need to click on this button here where it says chart type, and you can switch it to candles like in this way, and this is also my favorite way to look at the charts. Below it, as you can see, we can select the time frame. So in this case, every candle is 1 minute, but let's say for example that we want to change it to 5 minutes, we just need to click on M5, and now as you can see, every single candle that we see on the screen represent 5 minutes. So next to the chart type, if we click here, I have access to all the indicators that Pocket Option give me access, like let's say for example that I want to add the Bollinger Band. As you can see, I just need to click on them and they are appear here. If I want to modify the settings related to them, I just need to click on this pencil, and as you can see, I can change the setting related to the specific indicator. Next to the indicators, I have the drawing tools. As you can see, I can select horizontal line, vertical line, race, Fibonacci retracement, etc. Then next to the drawing tools, if I click on these 3 dots, these are basically social trading options. So as you can see here, I have the market watch activated, which is this line that you see here, and basically show me the sentiment of the market. So right now it's telling me that most of the traders has opened long positions, so they think that the price is about to going up, while the minority of traders thinks that the price is about to go down. The next option is social trading, and basically if I activate it, I'm gonna be able to see on the screen every time that somebody open a position on this specific pair. And next to it, finally, I have this multi-chart option that basically allow me to have a look at multiple charts at the same time. If I go completely on the left, I have the option to select which pair I'm currently looking at and I'm also trading. So in this case, we're looking at Euro USD over the counter. As you can see, if I scroll down, I can see all the other pairs in the currency category that I can trade. Then if I click on cryptocurrency, I'm gonna get access to a few crypto that I can trade. Same thing for commodities, stocks, indices, and also I can add my favorite by simply clicking on this star. In fact, as you can see, if I click on them, they're gonna get added here at the top, and also if I go here on favorites, they're also gonna appear here. But now let's remove them. So as you can see, there are a lot of different pairs that you can trade, and it's important to notice that most of the currency pairs are going to be over the the counter. So this means that the quotation that you see are not exactly the ones that are on the real market, but the main advantage is that with over the counter pairs they are open 24/7. So this means that you can trade at any moment, so it doesn't matter if the market is open or closed. And another advantage of trading over the counter pairs is that they are more predictable compared to the other pairs. In fact, all the signals that I provide are based on the over the counter pairs because the algorithm that I developed is able to predict them and to reach a 90% win rate. In fact, to be fully transparent with you here, as you can see, these are all the signals that we sent out yesterday, and if I scroll down you can see that the accuracy rate was 92%. We have a total of 27 signals, 25 were winners and only 2 were losers. And if I keep scrolling up and we look at the report for 2 days ago, as you can see, in this case we send out 30 total signals, and in this case all of 30 of these signals were all winners. So as I told you before, if you're also interested in joining this signal group completely for free, you will find the link in the video description. Going back to Pocket Option, here on the right side of the screen we have all the settings related to our trades. In fact, we can select the duration of the trades. So in this case, for example, is set to 5 minutes. We can select the amount that we want to trade, in this case $10, and then we can open either a buy or a sell position. And the way it works is really simple. Basically, if we think that in the next 5 minutes the price is gonna be higher compared to where it is right now, we're gonna open a buy position. On the contrary, if we think that in the next 5 minutes the price is gonna be lower compared to where it is right now, we just need to click sell and open a sell position. And as I told you before, you can personalize exactly the time frame based on your analysis. Now, if we move here on the extreme right, as you can see, if we click on trades, we can have a look at all the history of the trades that we took. If we click on signals, we have access to a few signals that Pocket Option give you access to. I'm gonna be honest with you, these signals are just suggestion and they are not really precise. In fact, usually you have a 50% chance of winning and a 50% chance of losing. So I think that you should only use them if you are really desperate and don't really know what you are doing when it comes to trading. Below the signals you have the social trading. This is another function of Pocket Option that basically allow you to copy other traders. This is a bit better compared to the signals, but as you can see here, most of the traders also in this case has around a 50 to 60% probability of winning, and the reason is because most of them are manual traders, and this means that a lot of time they may do human errors that when it comes to robots and algorithm they don't happen, and that's why, for example, we're able to get a 90% win rate. Now, below the social trading you have the expert trades. In this case, as you can see, I'm gonna have to switch to a real account, but basically this function allow me to place rapid trades, and since it's something a bit advanced, you need to have deposited at least $1,000 inside Pocket Option before you get access to this specific function. Below it we have the tournaments, which to me is a huge pro when it comes to Pocket Option. In fact, as you can see, for example, you have the day of tournaments. This specific tournament is completely free to participate, so this means that you don't need to spend any real money to participate, but you actually have the opportunity to win part of the prize funds, which in this case is $250. So basically, if you don't have the money but you have the skills, you can participate in this type of tournaments and you can win real money. Same thing for these other tournaments where the participation fee is only $1 and you have a prize fund of $100. And as you can see, almost every day there are multiple tournaments that you can actually participate in. Then below it we have the option related to the pending trades. So this basically allow you to place trades that are gonna be executed in the future. And then you have the hotkeys that are basically shortcuts that you can use if you want to execute certain operation in a faster way. Again, this is something pretty advanced and I don't think that most of the traders will take advantage of this function. Now, if we move on the extreme left of the screen, we have another menu, and the first item in this menu is called trading. So if we click on it, we can decide what type of trading we want to do. And let me explain you exactly what does it mean. Currently, we are trading binary option, and so we need to decide if the price is gonna go up or is gonna go down. But as you can see, you also have different type of trading. Like for example, you can trade using MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, and in this case, the type of trading that you're going to do is the more traditional one, when you're not gonna make money based on a time frame, like in the case of binary option, but you're gonna make money based on a price level, because you're gonna open a trade and you're gonna say, okay, once the price reach this level, I want to take profit, or if the price get to this level, I wanna trigger my stop loss and close my position. Personally, if you're going to use Pocket Option, I only suggest you use it for binary trading and don't use these MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5 and also the share trading, simply because the trading condition that you're going to get, like for example the spreads, are not the best. In fact, if you want to trade in the more traditional way, you should use a different broker. Where Pocket Option really shine is when it comes to binary option, and I recommend you use this broker only for this type of trading. So below this section you have the finance section. Here you're gonna be able to do your your deposit, do your withdraw. As I told you before, you have more than 50 different deposit and withdraw methods that you can use, and based on your location you might even have more. Below the finance section you have the profile section. Here you're gonna be able to personalize all the information related to your profile. It's really important that the information that you insert here are accurate, because once you're gonna be required to verify your identity, it's really important that all the information inside your profile match the one inside your identification document. Now, below the profile section you have the market and the achievement. To be honest with you, I think that these might be the only two sections of Pocket Option that might seems a bit overwhelming, especially at the beginning. In fact, if for example I go in the market section, here I'm gonna be able to buy multiple power-ups that are going to help me during my trading, and as you can see the cost is in gems, and you earn these gems by leveling up, and to level up you need to place multiple trades, by doing deposits, and by completing multiple achievements inside Pocket Option. Also, as you can see here, you have access to a gem lottery that basically allow you to win multiple gems. You can do gem mining, and you also receive social rewards, and as I was telling you before, you can get this gem also through achievements. And if we click here where it says achievements, as you can see I can access the entire list of all my achievements, and they are divided in categories, like we have bronze, and as we continue we're gonna unlock silver and gold achievements, and for every achievement that we complete we're gonna get gems, and as I show you, you can use these gems. So this basically is something that personally I don't give too much importance to it, because it's basically a way to gamify the trading, and yeah, it's something fun to have. It's a nice feature the Pocket Option offer, but the core of this platform is trading, and I can guarantee you that if you're a profitable trader, if you're able to make money on this platform, you won't really care about all these gems and these achievements. But of course it's something that is nice to have, and as I said, is going to gamify the trading experience and make it a bit more fun. Now, below the achievements you have access to the chat. Here you can basically chat with the support, so in case you need help with anything you can contact them directly from here, and you can also get access to the general chats where you can basically socialize with the other traders. And below the chat section you have the help section. Here, as you can see, you have another way to contact the supports. You can get access to guides and tutorials, you can get access to the support chat, you can download the various apps of Pocket Option. In fact, besides being able to trade on your computer, you can also trade on your smartphone, on your tablet, and on a lot of other devices. You can get access to the official channel. So basically here on the help section you can connect with the Pocket Option community in every way that you would like. So now that I give you an overview of Pocket Option, I log in my account and give you a tour of the backend, let me tell you what in my opinion are all the pros and cons about this binary trading platform. So when it comes to the pros, I will say that the first one is the intuitive interface. In fact, as I just showed you, even if at the beginning things might look a bit overwhelming, as soon as you familiarize with them you will notice that everything is super user friendly, is easy to understand, and I think that it won't take you more than 1 hour to know exactly how every single button inside Pocket Option work. And in my opinion this is really important, because in this way you can put all your focus into the trading instead of using it to learn how to use the platform. The second pro about Pocket Option is that most countries are allowed. In fact, beside a handful of countries, no matter where you are located in the world, you're gonna be able to create an account with Pocket Option and to start trading on this amazing platform. The third pro of Pocket Option is the low minimum deposit. In fact, as we have seen, the minimum deposit is just $5, and since the minimum trading amount is just $1, this means that if you just do the minimum deposit, you're gonna be able to place 5 different trades, and this can be enough to allow you to make some money and to profit from the financial markets. The fourth and last pro of Pocket Option, in my opinion, are the free tournaments. In fact, as I show you, once you create an account, you're gonna be able to participate in free tournaments that don't require any money to join, but if you can prove to be a profitable trader, they're going to reward you with real money that then you can use to either trade on the platform or that you can withdraw and pocket. And to me this is a huge pro, because in this way it allows everybody to be able to profit from the financial markets. In fact, even if you don't have money, but maybe you spend a lot of time studying the market and you think that you are a good trader, you can join this tournament and you can prove your skills against other traders. Now let's talk about the cons of Pocket Option. Personally, the only cons that I found about this platform is the fact that when it comes to MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, you have bad conditions. In fact, as I told you, Pocket Option is the best binary trading platform, and so this means that if you decide to use this platform, you only need to use it to trade binary option, because if you want to start trading in a more conventional way, using for example MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5, my suggestion is that you should go with another broker, because there you're gonna find better trading condition and lower spreads. But this only apply if you want to trade in a more conventional way. If instead you want to trade binary option, go with Pocket Option e ne che guarantee you won't regret it. So, there you have it. This was my review of Pocket Option. As I told you at the beginning, if you also would like to try this binary trading platform, you can do so by clicking the first link in the video description. And once you get at the registration page, if you use the promo code FJA144, you're going to receive a 60% bonus on your first deposit. Also, if you're a complete beginner, I recommend you check out my trading signals in the video description. In fact, those trading signals are specifically created for Pocket Option. They have a 90% win rate, and most importantly, they are completely free. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and until next time, happy trades!